Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another beautiful day lies ahead of our beautiful nation as we continue to make some grand developments, and as we prepare to invite perhaps our first tourists into the nation. Very exciting times ahead, a lot to accomplish, and a lot we have accomplished, or I suppose are very close to accomplishing, I should say, as we fly past our nearly completed airport over here. Very exciting times ahead, and a lot to do, folks. I'm not going to bore you with a prolonged introduction. As always, I just want to mention very quickly, if you've been enjoying this series and you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of. I look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on people's interest, but I do also read all of the comments. So if you have any opinions, thoughts, suggestions, ideas, anecdotes, or what have you, do not hesitate to leave them down below. They will be seen and they will be acted upon one way or another. With that said, let's get this party started, shall we? I find it very interesting, actually, that the patchy, muddy spots over here have still not been entirely repaired. It's been a long time now. I mean, we moved the airport plans from up over there to down over here a long time ago, and still we see the patchiness. So I really hope that cleans up soon, because it is a bit of an eyesore, I'm not gonna lie. Eventually we'll obviously cover this up. We'll be putting down some different buildings. Maybe we'll have like an entire beach section. I mean, I don't know about putting a beach right over here, obviously, but we might put something down over here and make it more interesting. But I do hope it between now and then, I would like to see the space become green again, for sure. Apart from that, over here, we are actually, I realized at the end of last session, I didn't come back to Veterinka over here to point out these gymnasiums. They are actually almost done as well, so that will hopefully help with the missing sport activities in this area. I'm a little surprised that people are having issues getting their culture requirements fulfilled, because the cinema over here has almost never been full, actually. But we'll see how the gymnasiums help. And if we maybe need, one more, we'll find a spot to put one down. Not going to get rid of the school or anything. We'll find a plot, like a plot of land for it. But we might also want to install another theater somewhere. The other thing that I've been thinking about repeatedly, and many of you have brought it up previously, and it's been on my mind, so I just want to highlight it as well, is that we do not have any parking or vehicle distribution opportunities at Veterinka. The old city was built before cars were a thing, before private transit was a thing in the game, and so none of those systems have been built around. And so if we are going to get a distribution office for vehicles over here, we'll need to find a nice cozy spot for it. I mean, I'm actually wondering if we put it down over here, a lot of people, I imagine, would be able to, if we use our good old-fashioned where'd it go, our substation measuring method. I feel like quite a few people would be able to reach this spot over here and pick up some cars. The question becomes, where do they end up going to park them, right? We could set up some parking spots over here as we had previously, leading up to the tourist area we're planning down over here. We could definitely build some parking spots, up over here perhaps, near some of the industrial area at, north of Veterinka. We could put some parking lots down, but it feels like Veterinka has worked so well using just public transit, for so long, that I guess that's my hesitation about adding cars up over here, simply because I feel like we haven't needed it in so long. But, maybe that's me saying we haven't needed it because truth be told, things could be maybe better if we did have them. I don't know. Stuff for me to think about, but I just wanted to address that because it is on my mind. It is something that I've thought about in the past, and I continue to think about, just like I continue to think about the export of vehicles. Not a top priority because financially we're doing just fine, but it is also, again, top of mind. We have the tracks laid down for it. It's just a matter of organizing all of that. But before we get to that, there's some other things I want to tackle first. And before we get to that, I do just want to very quickly take a look at our population situation. 49.5, okay. I think I've got some ideas with regards to that. Unemployment is looking fantastic, though. Again, there's so much construction and stuff going on that's helping a lot, but it is looking great. This is the lowest I think it has ever been, potentially. In relation to the number of people actually living in the country, obviously. That goes without saying, I think, but there, I've said it. The 21 plus problem continues to be in that same kind of range over here, and I think what I'm going to do to tackle that right off the bat is just straight up pick people up and drop them off over here. These buildings are nowhere near their max capacities, So I feel like we're going to go ahead and do that really quickly because we are able to provide quite a few of the basic needs down over here. We'll need to get a pub down over here. We'll figure that out in a second. Actually, hold on a second. Do we not have... these guys are... You're the pool. I need to do a lot more to make this space sustainable. We got to get food and meat up over here. Fair enough. Why am I clicking you? And alcohol up over here. Okay, now these guys, we should be able to reach... Yeah, everybody's able to come up to the view over here to get their alcoholic requirements met, including the school children. So we should be fine just bringing alcohol up over here. All right, good stuff, good stuff. We'll look at that in a moment, though. Let's go ahead and bring some people in. I wouldn't mind... Weird, the game just crashed on me, but all good. I was going to say, I wouldn't mind hitting play at this point. Just let time move forward a little bit. There's a bit of construction that needs doing. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and hit play. Let time move forward. Things are looking pretty good overall. But we don't obviously want to rest on our laurels or anything. Let's get to this right away. 21 plus. Oh my god. Are there? Oh my god. So many students waiting for professors up over here. This is maybe not so great. Where do I empty out first, though? What shall we empty out first? I feel like let's go ahead and scoop some people up from over here, perhaps. This is a pretty densely populated area. So let's go ahead and pick up some people from over here. I don't know if it'll only pick up the 21 pluses, but hopefully, I mean, either way, they'll find, you know, empty spaces to live in the area, I guess. Yeah, there you go. It'll solve the problem. Let's start over here first. All right, good stuff. And what I can do, obviously, is I can just empty one building out more than necessary, and then other people will move around as space becomes available. Like, that's not a... I don't have to necessarily pick up from other areas, but I kind of like doing it. It makes it feel like there's a more immediate result. What do we got over here? There we go. Good stuff. Just moving this population down, basically. Because, again, the hope is that as they, like, spread around over here, they'll fill out some of these other buildings that are pretty much empty right now. And we've got a lot of room over here. And, again, this is also helping these guys kind of spread out a bit more. It'll also help food and meat and stuff reach more people because we do have a decent supply down over here. Like, this will actually help solve quite a few issues, I think. It's the hope, at least. But we'll not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see the results and then... You know, maybe pat ourselves on the backs for getting to those results. We're doing okay. I mean, again, we've got... the reason why I've waited so long, the hesitation came from a couple of things. One of the big things being all of the core necessities weren't yet ready to be met over here. But now we've got the schools, we've got the kindergartens, you know, again, two of each. We've got a shopping center. We're about to have food available at, like, restaurants and bars and stuff. So I feel like we're in a bit more of a comfortable spot now that we can start bringing some people over and spread some of this congestion up over here as well. 139 up over here. Let's go ahead and move you. And again, just as a reminder, any place that becomes, you know, it's not like I have to move exactly 139 of the 21 pluses. If I remove more than just that number, then other people in the area will move into the empty spaces that we've created. So don't have to worry about that. Building is full. Go ahead and pull more down over here. Lots of room up over here for people to move in, I think. Man, we're going to have to build even more housing. Obviously, I mean, this is like one of those endless pursuits, basically. Like, what I might want to do, actually, is right off the bat, before these are even completed over here, I might actually want to simply clone. How much would I clone? How much of an extent would I want to clone over here? I honestly feel like just the housing isn't enough. I honestly feel like we'll need the schools as well, you know? Jeez, it's quite a clunky piece, isn't it? Wouldn't all fit over here. Mostly, I mean, it's not terrible. A little bit of flattening would be required, of course. Quite a bit of flattening, actually. In fact, let's go ahead and see if we can't. Nope. Okay, well, I don't quite like taking this risk, but it makes me so nervous every time I have to click the auto build button. So let's go ahead and do that just to flatten this out. There we go. And I just want to point out, by the way, I've got a couple of comments with regards to how much money I spend on terraforming from time to time, and how, like, I could have just done it for free instead. Like, why spend the money when I could have done it for free? And I just want to point out that it isn't really free. Because if you think about it, if I have to flatten stuff, like, when you pay to flatten things, it's a lot faster, right? If I don't pay to flatten things, yes, it's free, but it takes a lot of time. Now, Sure, I can edit that footage out, obviously, and I probably would, especially if we're talking about like the airport up over here, right? Flattening all this, I would definitely edit that out. However, that time is still being consumed. It is still my time in the actual, 24 hours I have in a day that I need to work around, right? And so it ends up eating up time where instead I could have just used my substantial in-game wealth to flatten some terrain or something instead, save some time. Because the reality is, if I spend an hour flattening terrain, that fatigue builds up and it will reflect on the rest of the session. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I'd much rather just pay for the terraforming and stuff like that. And in fact, on that note, many of y'all have been suggesting that I should just pay for some of these buildings just to try and catch up with the population issues that we're seeing. And part of me is definitely thinking that might not be a terrible idea. Definitely thinking that might not be a terrible idea because it's a big problem. It is a big problem. We'll see if I don't want to say get to that point of desperation. Desperation is like too big a word for it. But we'll see if we get to that point. Ooh, hey, I can actually put these guys down over here. We'll turn auto build off for now. And if I feel like I need to auto build them, then I will. But for now, let's turn it off. And do I want to actually put them down like this? Connecting down this way? Nah, I think I prefer the main road being up that way or over this way. Yeah, or potentially even something like over here. Just trying to figure out the best spot for this. I want to make sure it's close enough to the student housing that those guys can just kind of like move up there in a more natural way. Also want to make sure it's got easy access to the schools and the stores and stuff like that. I feel like, yeah, this might make most sense. Might make the most sense. All right, let's go ahead and flatten a bit more. My apologies there. Flatten this a little bit more, but we are... Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Got a good spot over here, and that should help a little bit. Each of these buildings can house, like, what, 500 or something people? Come on now, somewhere... There we go. Just checking my alignment, check my rotations and stuff. Looking okay. Alright. Pop you down right over there. Done. Oh, come on. You were green a second ago. Oh. There we go. Done. Clone tool is vastly improved, but of course it still, has some elements that maybe could be smoother to operate. I understand the difficulty, obviously, but I do appreciate the tool, and I do appreciate where it sits right now for sure. All right, so these guys, yeah, each of these buildings can house 368 people, right? These aren't the 500 units. These are the, let's call them 400 units and then the one 500 unit, and that kind of balances out the slight differences. So we're looking at what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,200 plus 500 is 1,700. That's not bad, right? Am I doing my math right? It's not terrible. And again, as we move some more people around, it'll be, I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good. Question is, how do I want to connect this to the rest of the city? What we'll probably do is build some more like trees or something over here. We'll find a way to nicely integrate into the space. For now, I just want to make sure we're connected, and I think I'll be okay with building this with the people, like having our people build it, and then later we will maybe rush it if I feel necessary. Now, I'm going to actually wait, because I can't see anything. It's a little too dark right now. We'll wait on that, but I do want to fix our power situation over here. Again, we identified this last session. This seems to be our extremely overstrained source of power over here. What I'll probably want to do is pull another line out from over here. If we head on over to our connections, we can pull this down. I almost wonder where I want to put it down. Like, I feel like down over here is not a bad idea. It'll cover the new buildings, and it'll cover some of these. Because you right now are covering quite a few of these, and that's probably taking a fair bit of power. Most of the power is probably being eaten up by these guys. I'll probably need another power substation up over here. But let's go ahead and put one down over here. I'm thinking like against the road over here, maybe? A little bit further over, perhaps? Something like this works for me. Gets all of the housing, maybe a little bit more in the middle there. Yeah, perfect. Go ahead and do that. We'll auto-build this, obviously. Now, the funny thing is, actually, we are seeing a little bit of flickering up over here as well. So who is your power substation? Why is it being overwhelmed? I've got this coming up over this way, and this goes up this way. What's this one? This one's not This one's not the one. There's a different one up over here, I think. Is it this one over here? You're a little overwhelmed? Nope, you're only this area over here, but you are a little overwhelmed, so I should look into that. Not too much, so like these guys are not seeing flickering lights, they're not raving over here. It's not, the Y2K bug is not causing these guys any issues, but we'll look into that. We'll look into that. Alright, we got you down over here. Let's go ahead and get the medium voltage wire from over here, I think. I've been told that the angles no longer matter. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess that's for the better. In all honesty, like, as much as I like the angle restrictions for these connections, it was maybe a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Not too detailed, but just a little much. A little much. It's like, all right, does that really matter? I guess, right? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that update, with that change. There have been some changes recommended over here with regards to how things are flowing right now. I'll look into that in a bit. Right now, it's still working, just not perfectly. It could be improved, of course, but it is still working at the moment, so I'll leave it be for now. But we will definitely revisit this. I wonder if this is enough for now. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's go ahead and pay for you. Go ahead and pay for you and pay for you as well as you, right? Are you still under too much potential strain? Yes, very much so. Also, why are you constantly without power supply? How does that make any sense? Power production is doing just fine. Like, I'm fine with it being, you know, too many connections, but it not having a constant supply of power is what's throwing me off. Oh, look at that. Maybe this is why, because so much power is being pulled up over here. Okay, this is much more of the issue over here than this. I mean, okay, cool. Good to know. Good to identify it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to establish these connections. Another one coming up from over here. Come up this way and connect up over here potentially. Let's see. Pop you down over here. Right, that'll cover quite a few buildings. Right next to the bus stop over here. It needs flat terrain. Can we not flatten it? I guess not here. Okay, fair enough. This whole, again, the whole footprint thing is just absolute murder sometimes. Right, from center, yeah, we're not going to be able to flatten any of this. Not going to be able to flatten any of this, alright, fair enough. Always fantastic. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the giant footprint thing. Especially for some of these, like, smaller buildings especially. The more, like, smaller utility buildings especially. Alright, I guess I gotta put you down over here, right next to the other substation. I guess that makes sense in some strange way. The overlap never hurt anybody. Question mark. Down over here instead. Get almost all the same buildings. Let's put you down over here. Come on. All of our construction offices are busy, like, working on other stuff. Alright, what about down over here? Flat terrain, easy enough, just pay for it. And we'll just pay for you as well, why not? We're going to anyway. Make this connection with a dirt road for now. And where is our wire up over here? This is going up this way. I might want to split this again, actually. I do wonder if I need more supply coming through up this way. Like, how much, you know, voltage or wattage, I suppose, are we carrying up this way? Is it enough? I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. Let's see. Can I pull you from over here? I think I'd rather pull you up from over... You're just trying to find the best way to organize this connection here. Pull this up over... this way, perhaps? Go up to here. Pull this up this way. Come on now, there we go. And then pull it up. A little messier than I'd like, maybe. Okay, let's do that. See if that helps. There we go. You're already built. Yep, good stuff. Does that help at all? Yeah, you know, that actually cut it down in half, didn't it? Wasn't like 330% or something? So I say half, obviously. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but close enough. Close enough. I suppose I could probably get another substation up over here And that would help reduce the power drain from these guys a bit more. And from this guy as well. Alright, cool. So this is our next power station. Right next to the tourist spot. Why not? Why not? Pop you down. Can't build your infrastructure. There we go. Over here makes sense. Yeah. Looks good to me. Pop you down there. It's not a terrible spot for it. It's not the worst spot for it. You need to, like, how do you expect your hotel rooms are getting powered, right? By electricity. How it all works. I do wonder if I want to build a switch over here and pull up, or if I want to go from over here. This was kind of like future planning for down over here, the inevitability. Other option is to, well, we got you going up this way, got you going up this way. This goes up to there. We could go around this way. Sure, let's do that instead. Got a not a substation, but a switch. Establish you. Well, let's go ahead and pause for a second here. Establish you over. You're like, oh. I like when things line up still. Like whether the angle. Oh, that kills me. That kills me. Whether the angles or not matter. I like when things line up still. It just looks a bit more organized and a bit more intentional. Let's see if we can't get you out to here. Pull this back down this way, and that should. I'd like it to look a little bit neater. There we go. Play, get you built. Get you built. Let's get this road built as well. And that hopefully, 169%, 149%. Yikes. 121%. Still a little over capacity, eh? Which one are you? You're this one, eh? Man, wild, absolutely wild. Maybe I establish another one up over here. Because I imagine the TV and radio stations are the ones that are consuming the most power. I imagine that's where most of it's being taken. Establish this up over here. Probably not a terrible idea. We have some outputs over here as well that we could use. Direct from the power plant. It has been recommended that I make maybe more power plants. Definitely, definitely something I'm thinking about. We also have this spot up over here that we can pull from. But yeah, that's also something I'm definitely keeping in mind, is like we might need another power plant soon. The nuclear city was the next plan. I haven't forgotten that. And I do think we'll maybe focus on that sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and pull this down to here. And then over this way. There we go. Pay for that. Pay for you. Yeah, perhaps I shouldn't be surprised that this demand for power skyrocketed so much. Are you still 132%? God damn. 131%. How much are these, like... Oh, dear. You guys are taking quite a bit, aren't they? The student housing and whatnot down over here. Alright, very well, very well. We could establish even another one down over here. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. Down over here, it will have a redundancy for these housing units as well. It's not a terrible thing. Over here just seems almost silly, doesn't it? Just have a substation right over there. What about on this side? Pop you down over here. Just trying to think this through here, folks. I want to make sure that I don't have to, like, put down 20 of these. I feel like I'll have to put down a few more. I'll pop you down over here. And again, this is completely reasonable, I suppose, because it is a very densely packed part of the nation. The question is, do I put a switch down over here to connect, or will that not pull enough power through? I feel like it might not. I feel like it might not. Pull you up this way, get you over this way. Down over here, connect you over here. Like, what else are we doing with this space, right? Get you built. How are we feeling now? 120%. Okay, this is maybe not the best spot for it then. I think I can be a bit more efficient with this placement. That's ridiculous. In a good way, in a good way. Get rid of you. I don't want to spend more time working on power though. I'm feeling a little bogged down on how much power stuff we've done. Oh, what else is taking, like, where else is all the load. You know what? I'm gonna deal with this later. We've spent enough time on power over here. We'll deal with this later. Let's go ahead and connect this for now. I know that sounds like a little bit of negligence. I'm gonna see just how bad our power fluctuations are. We've done a good bit of work on it. We have reduced the pull quite a bit, and I'm cool with that, and I'm cool with moving on from that for now. Let's go ahead and just for a second here pause so I can actually adjust this and get our road down over here. Oh, come on now. Straight down to here. Get rid of you as well. And then all the way through. Flatten the train as well. Anything to worry about auto building over here? I don't think so. We're good. Alright, go ahead and flatten you a little bit. Come on now. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a dip over here, I suppose. Go to the auto build. Let's go ahead and cancel a step over here. I wonder if it'll connect straight. That's as straight as it'll get. Fair enough. Hit play again. Well, actually, no. I was a little premature there. Gotta reconnect these. And this. Cool. Good stuff. Let construction on this begin. We gotta get all these roads built. I think I'll just auto build those roads, but I'm just taking a moment here to consider our footpaths as well. I wonder if, let's go ahead and get rid of these footpaths. Because they'll be able to get to the road pretty easily. I wonder if that's, easy enough. We'll find out. I would like to build, however, this footpath over here. And hopefully, folks will be able to get to all this stuff relatively easily. We'll find out. We'll find out. Gotta pay for these. And again, people will stay employed for so very long because of our, yeah, wonderful, works out. People will stay employed for a very long time because of all the construction projects, so excited for that, happy about that. Can I fit a school or a kindergarten in here, though? Can I fit a school or a kindergarten? Small ones will fit, yes, okay, great, but ideally, we'll be able to fit the modded ones, right? Where is my education school? The big one over here. Yes, I think we'll be good if I get rid of the infrastructure a little bit. Nice. Okay, good. Just trying to figure out if I do the school or the kindergarten. Again, kindergartens can be supplemented using the playgrounds and stuff, but obviously you need a lot of playgrounds. If I put the school down over here, and I get the kindergarten up over here or down over here. Oh, we're so close. Can't build the infrastructure. Those are the power lines. Okay, it's not too bad. We can get rid of the power lines and shift them a little bit, so that's not the end of the world. Also have this kindergarten over here. I feel like that's too small of a kindergarten. Alright, cool. When the sun comes back up, we'll plan the other kindergarten. This is looking pretty good, though. This is looking pretty good. And again, students from here, people should be able to move between here and these hostels relatively easily. I mean, we'll see. Again, they're using this road right now. I'll have to get a footpath connection down over here somewhere. Like this connection over here. Hopefully too steep of an incline. Over there? Sure. Do that. I can do that. Pull you down this way. There you go. Will that give them easier access? Who knows? We'll find out. Again, there's a little bit of building over here I need to do. Don't mind paying for some of this. It's cheap. We have the money. We can test connections. Can we not? I mean, again, things have acted a little funky in the past as well with regards to like how connected the parking lots and stuff are. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some of the similar issues over here. For some of these roads as well. And it's not that expensive. We've got money. We've recovered more or less entirely from our war against the soil, however many years ago. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's build you as well. There we go. Employment for the masses, housing for the masses. There we go. Yes, beautiful. These guys are all connected. Wonderful. Oh, I guess. Oh, what? That's weird. I thought the footpath was connected out over here. Yeah, it is. What? But it's not seeing that as a connect. Yeah, it is now. Now that I've built all the roads over here, it is. Okay, whatever. I don't. It's fine. I don't mind. It's okay. What matters is that these guys are connected. So wonderful. We have solved a couple of things. And you know what? I wish I'd checked during the nighttime if we were still seeing some flickering. Too late for that. We'll keep an eye out for, the next time night falls. Now, up over here, we've got food, we've got clothes, we've got electronics, we've got meat. Okay, wonderful. Let me take a quick look at our 21 plus situation again. Is this it? This is it, eh? Already we're seeing some congestion. That's okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. You know what? It's actually not that bad. It's not that terrible. Down over here, we still have a couple of empty buildings. Oh, yes, we most certainly do. Wonderful. Here's what I want to do real quick, though. I think I want to... Okay, good. We are building more buses. That's great. Oh, we're building a lot of buses. We'll trade them out, I suppose. I should really stop. Cancel all production, please. Oh, my God. Okay, I'll look at that in a second. Things have gone a little overboard there. My bad. Look away for a minute, and it all goes sideways. All right, let's go ahead and relocate. Which building are we at here? Let's pick one. Let's pick this one. Kind of centralized. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and pick this one. Very centralized. People will move in when I move out too many. Look at your 21 pluses. And over here. And again, we can keep going, and eventually others will move into that central building that we just emptied out. Hopefully smoothly. Hopefully quickly. Empty out this one as well. That one's full. There we go. Down over here as well. Spread the love a little bit. Sure, why not? Cool. What are your 21 pluses looking like? Still one. An injured one, though, so I guess they're not going to be leaving anytime soon. Fair enough. Cool. All right. That should help. A little bit, hopefully. Okay. That's one thing taken care of. Now, the thing is, this bus stop over here, it is seeing buses come through. Right? We got this one, and we got this one. I'm wondering if we need more. I'm assuming we will, because there's a lot of people living in this, like, densely packed area, but only a couple of buses. That's never going to work out. Which is why I was checking to see these buses, because I want to assign the schedule to a couple of them, I think. You're assigned to a workplace. What do you mean you're assigned to a workplace? Okay. Trying to figure out best way to... What? What workplace? What are you talking about? What is this nonsense? Get out of there. Alright. I don't want to have to send them to a far-off vehicle depot, Can I send these guys somewhere? Is there space down over here? Where I need them anyway? Nope, not down over here. Certainly not down over here. What if I just move you to storage? Don't mind if you get traded out, I guess. Not suitable as depot or workplace. Well, no, but I want to... I see what's going on here. Well, that's a little frustrating. Alright. Time for tourists, I guess. I mean, I was going to get to this eventually anyway today, but forcing my hand in terms of what order I do things in, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these roads first. If we're getting tourists arriving, I want to make sure they get a good first impression of the nation, right? Go ahead and upgrade these roads, please and thank you. I should have checked auto build. Please tell me. Oh. That's too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Want to make sure this is all looking fantastic when they get here. We're going to need... I mean, I want to make sure they have a good time when they first arrive, obviously. We have to make sure that we're delivering food and stuff to these spaces as well. Trucks coming over specifically. No warehouses or storage or anything for these guys. But I think that's the better way to go about it. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Alright, we're good. This is all being built. Oh, you need to be built still. What is this? No one's building you. No one can reach you. Why can no one reach you? Got footpath connections. Oh, but not to the main road. I see. Well, there. Pay for you. Not a problem there. Alright, cool. So, what do we got going on? We need, from up over here, this distribution office needs to go ahead and also distribute to... Are you picking up alcohol? You are... Okay, let's go ahead and load alcohol here as well. Let's add you and you as drop-off points. We want to drop off food, alcohol, meat, food, meat, alcohol. Yeah, that's all good. Cool. That's all cool, huh? If you will. Huh? God. Done, done. Done. The problem becomes the production of alcohol, though. We're not supplying alcohol at present, and even though our people do not have a dependency on alcohol, the tourists will most certainly be looking for alcohol. So we need to make sure we are shipping it up from down over here, right? Yeah. Shipping it up from down over here. How do we want to go about doing that? Is there a distribution office? Let's see. Which distribution offices are assigned to here? No, so alcohol is coming here. So that's good. I'm curious from where, though. Who is bringing alcohol? I believe it is this. What was that sound effect? That was weirdly loud. I don't think I've ever heard that sound effect before. Okay, you are loading from the Ruralinsky Road cargo station, eh? Alright, cool. So we already have this assigned. We just have to make sure that alcohol production doesn't suffer too much. No crops, eh? You are assigned to some fields. It's good. We'll see if it becomes a problem now that we're actually going to have alcohol consumption, because we have a fair bit of alcohol production up north over here as well. At this distillery, so we'll see if we, if it's an issue, if it stays an issue, if it needs fixing. Again, crops are a bit of an issue over here as well, but that's because we're focused on producing food and meat and stuff instead. If we need crops over there, then we can most certainly bring crops down. We have plenty of crops available in the area, right? So we'll see how this affects our alcohol needs. It's going to be a big change. It's going to be a big change, potentially. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring tourists from Baraharad. You know, I think I prefer doing it using the list of lines. So let's create a new line from Baraharad over to our St. Elitesburg station. And from this station, where I want them to also pick up tourists, I think we'll also drop them off elsewhere. Like, the thing is, they'll be able to walk around in this area, but where would I drop them off? Maybe that's a change we make later once we have a bus stop in this central area and once all this central stuff is done. Dropping them off over here doesn't make any sense, right? There's nothing for them to do over here. I mean, I guess there is shopping. Would they shop here? No, this isn't really shopping for tourists. So, sure, you know what? We're going to call this the Baraharad tourist bus. Sure, for now. We'll come up with a better name for it. Accept changes, all right? Let's go ahead and assign, for now, just 2. Not all stops in schedule are suitable for this vehicle. Why is that? You should be able to... Yeah. Okay. That's strange. You know what? Alright, here's how we're gonna do it. Can I trash this line? Custom line, Baraharad, tourist bus. Go ahead and delete it. Let's just do it this way instead. Unfortunate, but I guess it doesn't take into consideration what we're going for over here. Load and unload tourists. Only tourists, okay. Bring them back to over here, where we're going to load and unload tourists. Yeah, because we want to be able to take them back out as well, I imagine, right? Cool. So that is your line. And well, let's copy that over to you and you. Passengers, I'm trying to figure out. There we go. This is the one. I'm gonna rename you the Baraharad tourist bus, or Baraharad Elitesburg tourist bus, just so we know where we're, you know, where they're ending up. Cool. Accept those changes, and let's go ahead and launch. I think just 2 of them for now. Off they go. That'll allow these buses to come down over here, at least 2 of them, and then we're gonna send a bunch out basically right away. So we should be able to cycle these guys pretty easily. This is exciting times. Our first, tourists are about to be picked up over here. I wonder if they need to refuel first. Off they go. No, man, it's so weird. It's a completely new mechanic. It's a completely new system. It's a completely new mechanic. It's wild to see. Now, again, these buses can only fit 91 people at a time, but let's be real. We're not going to be near that. I'm curious. Small amount of tourists due to low trip rating. Boom. There's that question answered. Was my curiosity answered already? Can I send you over this way first, actually? Because what I want to try and do is create a bit of a gap so that they're always at least picking up some people. And I'm really hoping that our star ratings go up, and we'll see more of a desire to visit. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. Our first tourist pickup. I wish this little border line would go away. There it is. In the bus, not the flatbed. First tourist to our nation. May you have a most glorious time. Off they go. Watch, this bus is actually empty. I want to see them disappear into the woods. Yeah. Beautiful. Cinematic even. Yeah, 11 tourists. Let's see how it goes. I'm very excited. And again, I was planning on doing that anyway. I was just going to do it in a slightly different order, but hey, we've got our... Are you seriously being dragged down over here? Are you kidding me? Is that my luck? Where are our buses over here? Got to get one of these buses so I can copy its line. Over to Petrograd train platform. Yes, you're the one. Copy your schedule. Come on now. There we go. And you as well. Cool. Start you. And start you. Excellent. Keep an eye out for that green bus. I like that we made them stand out so much. Also, I should mention that it's been suggested that I get some mods to get some more modern vehicles to fit where we are with regards to timelines. I quite like that idea. I should definitely do that. Let's see, what are we looking at over here? Tourist, free time, 16 hours, traveling in vehicle. They're willing to travel for 12 hours, so that's not going to be an issue. Wonderful, wonderful. So far, budget is listed in stars. Interesting. Now, by the time they arrive, will we have food and drink for them? Yes, we will. Okay, good stuff. A lot of our citizens are, of course, coming through. Price level, interesting. Interesting. Over here, no alcohol yet. Missing some ingredients for cooking. Yeah, call it what you want, buddy. Got food over here, no alcohol or meat, though. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see. What are we looking at up over here? Do we have meat in the area? Not a lot. We have some, not a lot. All right. Oh, they're gonna arrive at nighttime? Oh, come on. I don't know if we have a very bustling nightlife. You know, we got a couple of restaurants and whatnot, but a lot of guests waiting for service here. Might have made this a bit too centralized. Why are you guys all coming over here? You could buy your own food, cook at home. Oh my god. I don't think I can ban passengers from coming here. I think we just had a meat delivery up over here. We did. All right, cool. Food and meat looking good. Alcohol. That's the that was always going to be our not struggle because we never care. Oh no. Why are you empty? You're not the... Okay, you're the one with... Oh, I see. Right. Because that was the bus that I turned around to send this way. That's what it is. Wow, and it still arrives at basically the same time. That didn't really work out exactly how I wanted it to. No big deal. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Like the little loop over here. I'm liking it. All right, cool. These tourists, let's go ahead and follow you. Culturina. Where are you going to go, Culturina? Obviously to your hotel first, I imagine. I suspect that's the first stop. Yeah, walking to St. Elitesburg City Hotel. Total spend so far. Nice. Spending a good bit of money. Spending a nice amount of money, even. Okay, cool. Currently in the hotel. 16 hours of free time. 25 years old. Hoping to have a wonderful time, I imagine. Now, if we take a look at the tourism section, okay, we do have trip scores and stuff like that available. Okay, interesting. We've got our first tourists in the nation. A little worried about the fact that we're lacking alcohol. Maybe I should have prepared that a bit more. They're coming into a dry nation. Hopefully they're not going to have a dry time, though. Do we have... Oh, you know what? The best way to do it is resources, alcohol. Like none headed over right now, eh? Yeah, this is a problem. We need to get some more crops coming through over here. The problem is, I mean, those crops have much more important things to do, obviously, you know, like become food and become meat. Well, let's see what a lack of alcohol does. I'm pretty sure it's going to hurt our rating a fair bit. I guess is why I'm, like, preemptively nervous. Oh my god, right, these buildings got done as well. When I was actually moving people in, it didn't even click with me that these people had already, like, made it here. That's a lot of workers waiting. I need more buses. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. That's a lot of workers waiting. Which is good. This is the problem I was hoping for, I guess you could say. Okay, this is St. Eliasburg, Petrograd. Yep. Go ahead and copy your schedule over to... Where are we? Over here. You and you. Okay, good. Start you off. Start you off as well. Might need even more, honestly. Might need even more. Both over. And what's Warstock looking like in terms of food production here? How are we looking? Again, I might need another livestock farm, I suppose, right? To get meat production going at a decent rate. Now we'll take a look into that. We'll take a look into that. Not a lot of food down over here. Why is that? Not a lot of grain down over here or over here. I say grain, I mean crops. It is harvest season right now, though, so hopefully some crops are being carried back. Yeah, 12 tons. The 12 tons over here. Yeah, okay. Hopefully we've got a smooth thing going, and I just happened to look at things when they were at their worst. Yep, little forklifts going out. Alright, cool. Okay. Lots happening. You're not stuck, are you? You're not. Okay, good. Lots happening, lots going on. The big thing becomes, like, do we have more workers coming down over here to work these facilities as well, as we send so many people down to Petrograd? Okay, now the thing that I actually wanted to tackle first, I can't believe I'm coming to it now, is this whole coal thing. Because we're wasting money on coal over here. There's a couple things I want to do, actually. There's a couple things I wanted to do first, but, you know, here we are. So first of all, you have power. You do not have power. Do you really not have power? How do you not have power? It used to work fine before. It was never an issue before, but it's been suggested that maybe that's what's causing the problem. However, the trouble starts a lot sooner. Now, I wonder if the trouble starts sooner because the destination doesn't require resources, but that's listed separately, typically. You guys all have power. Over here, yeah, see, it says when the destination is full or does not require resources right now. I mean, I guess there's no harm in getting a power station up over here. A little silly, maybe. Let's see. We have a connection that I could pull from down over here? I guess not. Okay, not a problem. I don't want to, like, pull from here for literally one, one junction point on a conveyor belt, but I might need to. Guy's up top over here, he's supplying to a lot of spots. Could maybe lower it a little bit. Down here? No, pretty far down, actually. And these guys don't get power if we do that. Okay, fair enough. All right, you know what? It's an experiment. Let's test this out. Let's test this out. I'm gonna just pop you down over here, wherever I can. Sure. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get the cables. Stay for you. A little bit of wastage, perhaps. Stay for you. There we go. Seems like that was the problem. Look at that coal flow. Okay, well, for now, you know what? Fine. Eventually, this area will be a bit more developed, I think, and I hope, and we'll solve that. The other option, of course, is to reestablish this connection, though I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty... I think we're at the limit of its tolerance anyway. I don't think I'll be able to nudge it forward anymore. But okay, there we go. That solves this problem. We're no longer needing coal over here. Wonderful. Again, thank you for your suggestions in the comments. That solves this. We should never have any issues with coal down there ever again, hopefully. The other thing I wanted to do was... Actually, I do want to quick peek at. This is good. People are moving. Wonderful. Some workers without jobs. Hopefully they'll find some soon. 21 pluses. Where are you? Okay, good spread. Still quite a few down over here. I could have sworn they'd have enough jobs up over here, but still have room for more workers. Let's go ahead and move some people down from over here up to here. Doesn't solve the problem entirely, but it helps a little bit, right? Oh, hey, look at that. This is actually not bad. This, though, this is a problem. A relatively steady decline, eh? Unemployment's also skyrocketed again. Well, can nobody reach these construction sites? No, they can reach all these well, some of these guys. Only this one building can reach this construction site. Can I facilitate that in any way? Can I make it easier for more people? I don't think so. I don't think so. If people aren't able to come from over here, then I have my doubts. I could upgrade this road. I'm going to be upgrading it later anyway, right? So let's go ahead and just do it now. Auto build, go ahead and shift click all the view. Again, because people can walk faster on better quality roads. So maybe that'll do the trick and one more building will have access. Moment of truth, any second now. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. A few more people have access now. Wonderful. That should help a little bit at least. It'll also speed these things up. And of course, we can also edit this so that you are picking up workers, not from this platform, but instead from... Oh, lots of workers waiting up over here, actually. But maybe instead pick up workers over here. It's a small bus ride, but we'll see. What's looking good over here? Average trip rating is 2.5. All right, not amazing. Expected rating is 3.4. 17 tourists right now, 100 possible. Okay, so 6 tourists. 8 were not able to participate in any sport. Is it because our own people are hogging all the good stuff? Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. Missing staff back over here. Can we connect you? Since when did they start listing total length? Have I missed that in the past? I suppose. Hopefully that connection means some people will go and work over there. Sports. Goods are missing and not able to enjoy culture. Because there's no staff over here. That connection. 217 workers without jobs. Ridiculous. There we go. That should help this situation a little bit. Wonderful. Okay, okay. Getting there. Getting there. Hopefully the trip ratings will go a little bit higher. 2.2 right now. That's not so ideal. 2.3. We literally just watched it tick up. That's good. Culture, sport. We'll maybe need to add another sport spot back over here. What to do? What to do? Sport. I think the indoor pool is really the only option here. It actually fits, so not too bad. Access to 3 power, like points of power, I suppose. Look you up over here, sure. Might actually just pay for this one. Pulling this up straight this way, pull you out this way. Good stuff. Hook you up over here. Excellent. Go ahead and... Oh, come on now. You're not actually in the way. Well, that's annoying, to say the least. What if I do... Trying to figure out the... Here, let's do this. Get rid of this. Get you out to here. And we go down this way. We could definitely... Let's go up to here. Cancel this a little bit. A bit further out. There we go. Hook you up. Hook you up. We're going to have the road going through there, I know. But for now... Sharp of a turn. Of course it is. Okay, there we go. Easy connection. Building in the way over here. That's too bad. I'm hoping that people will be able to walk over here for work. Is the hope there. And And the road over here needs to be... Okay, let's see if this works. I doubt it. Come on now. Oh, yes, beautiful. I will take it. Wonderful. Pulling you up. Pull you over this way. Done. Hook you up there. Excellent. Where are my footpaths? Please tell me you'll connect still. Look, you want to do something wonky? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But can I make the wonkiness symmetrical at the very least? Somewhat. Alright, cool. You know what? That works by me. Done. Pay for all that. Go ahead and get our road upgraded as well. Auto build this stuff, please. And thank you. This is a tourist zone. Let's upgrade everything. Even if it's temporary, it's fine. Let's go ahead and pay for this too. Done. Cool. Gotta make sure the tourists are satisfied, right? 2.5 rating right now. And again, I suspect people will be able to walk there for work and for, you know, leisure as well, of course, if necessary. Cool. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. I don't like this. Average trip score is 2.2. 416 intended to enter the Republic. Nobody's dead yet. No tourists died yet. That's a start. Only these like little streetlights over here, by the way, are flickering lately, so not too bad. Not too shabby. Okay, 2.2 score. I mean, you know, it's a good start. It's a good start, all things considered. So the whole sport thing will hopefully be solved soon. Right? People, yeah, a lot of people will be taken care of by the indoor pool as long as the tourists come here before our regular citizens do. At least like one tourist in here. Sure, sure. Very well. Culture. Be able to go to the cinema. All of our citizens are using the space. I need to add another theater. I need to add like one of those grand theaters or something. Alright. Off to an alright start though. Off to an alright start though. First tourists. Look at that. Actually, you know what? That's not terrible. Spending in shops and restaurants. This is so cool. Is it just me? Is only my mind blown over here? Are y'all like, isn't this so cool? How this was just added to the game? I mean, obviously, yes, it's an early access game and we can expect development, but like, I don't know. This game has impressed me every step of the way and how it's been adding elements and it's just, this is ridiculous. All this stuff didn't exist until last month. Cool. That's so cool. Spending in, like, oh, that's so cool. All right, neat, very neat. How's the airport coming along? Pretty well. All right, good stuff. The terminal looks like it's been built. Yeah, a little bit of work left over here. Our runways are almost done. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, all right, looking good, looking fantastic. It's exciting, actually. It is very exciting. Oh man, this is so cool. What are we looking at down over here? These guys are slowly working away. Honestly, I am considering maybe just building these. We have helped our 21 plus situation, but now I feel like actually maybe our next focus should be employment. Yikes. Where are you headed? Waiting on platform, but why? Where are you trying to go? You want food? You can't go to the hotel. Because that bus is going to take you to the border. I'm afraid to say. Get some more buses up over here. Well, actually, let's look down over here and see the circumstances. Lots of people working over there. Are you workers? The workers down here? No? Okay, fair enough. I was hoping to see like how full or empty these buildings are. Because we're bringing a lot of people down over here using the buses and stuff. We're bringing a lot of people. Hoping enough of them are making their way over here as well. It certainly looks like things are working out okay in terms of worker counts. Yeah. Not enough crops now to sustain. I will have to grow, put down more fields. Oh, actually, while we're over here, I just want to touch on the fact that I think instead of putting the oil rigs down over here, we might just expand the fields a bit more. Food is a bit more of an urgent necessity. And as far as acquiring more oil, I think many of you were on the same page as I was, and I'm just, again, it's always good to get everyone's temperature, but we are not going to paint more oil down. We are, in fact, maybe going to establish rigs elsewhere and find a way to bring them back, because that's part of the challenge of the game. That's part of what makes this game so epic, is that it is again, it's not a city builder, it's a nation builder, right? And that kind of encourages that nation building aspect. So we'll definitely be looking at that. Now, really quickly over here, these guys are, staffed up. Hopefully the people here are still not engaging in sport. I've been told that apparently they'll decide where they want to go for sport, and then if that place is full, then they'll go back home and they'll be dissatisfied. So I wonder if I should actually get rid of this football field over here, because too many of these people might be headed there instead of down over here where there is plenty of room. Especially down over here, it's empty, right? So we'll see. That might be a necessity. But overall, citizens should be pretty satisfied up there. Now, what's the deal? There's still no crops, I assume. Growing. Be ready for harvesting soon. Will the crops get picked up and dropped off over here? I gotta figure this out. I might just bring alcohol in from across the river. Provide more crops to this distillery and then kind of prevent its stagnation, because these guys are just coming and kind of chilling at the office, basically. Not doing anything. And God knows we've got crops up over here. We have crops. This has worked out quite well, actually. It's been quite sustainable. But at least food... I mean, what I was gonna do... And, let's go ahead and do it. I was going to do one sort of major purchase of necessities. I was going to do it for food and clothes and meat and electronics, but in all honesty, maybe I just need it for meat. It's going to be a one-time purchase. I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, it's pretty expensive, actually. Purchase you. And alcohol as well. And the reason why I'm doing this is the hope... I don't know if it's a good idea to do it for alcohol, I'll be honest, but let's do it. The hope here is that we're going to get ourselves ahead of our needs. I meant to do a manual purchase there. And what I mean to say is that the hope is that we'll build ourselves such a surplus of products that moving forward, we have enough of a buffer, so to speak, that we're never going to be empty anymore. Am I making sense? Point being, alcohol, even though it's slow to produce, by the time it gets down to, let's say, 70 tons, the next one, home brewed ton will arrive. And so we'll hopefully find an equilibrium between consumption and production by the time that the equilibrium is, unsustainable or unattainable. Looking at this drain right now, though, I'm a little worried about this working for alcohol. It might work for food. I believe the initial suggestion was, in fact, for food and clothes, where I think it'll probably work, because we have that built production, out there. It's just a matter of it catching up. Whereas with alcohol, we really didn't focus on it much because, again, our people don't quite care about alcohol. But tourists most certainly do. On which note, let's take one more look over here at tourism. 2.3 is the average trip score. All right, 2.9 the rating for this hotel, so that's good. All right, no one's dead yet. 774 tourists intend to enter the Republic. Looking at good numbers, that's promising. How many at Baraharad? Let's see real quick. 20 tourists. That is not considered a low number. There's no warning over here or anything, so that's good. Might even want to establish a port out over here for passengers to be boated over to, and then they can kind of take the train or find a way to get them down to down here. It won't take 12 hours to get down over here. They'll take the little highway that we've built from Zavodsk down to Studensky, and that should be enough. That should be enough, folks. I hope you enjoyed this session, because I certainly did. That was crazy. We've got our first tourists. We're making money from our first tourists. We are able to actually see how if we look at all time, I suppose, not that it's going to be that different, but we're able to see how much spending, how much money we're earning from these. It's not insignificant. It's not a lot, but it's not insignificant. We're establishing more housing. We're helping the 21 pluses slowly but surely, but I mean, this is still a problem. And I thought we were doing decently in terms of providing food and whatnot lately, but maybe not. Maybe I need to revisit that conversation. Hopefully our recent move with at least producing or purchasing meat will help, and we'll take a look at war stock and expanding these fields. But folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who have been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.